Hey, what's going on, friends? My name's John, and this is Kyle.
Whoa, you said John.
I know, I'm trying to mix it up. I wanted to see what you're...
That's interesting because actually, I don't know if you did that on purpose. Probably not, because you had no idea that I'm coming to you with this, and you have no idea where I'm going with this. To me? And I'm just dragging this on because you're getting more and more confused as I keep talking. Okay. But I have a nickname quiz, so we can find you a new nickname.
No,
because Narwhal's is not doing it for me.
Stop. That's
Narwhal's
not fair.
Is not doing it for me.
No.
All right, I'll take it for you then.
We can take the quiz, but I won't accept whatever name it gives me unless it's awesome.
You want to take it real quick?
Right now, right off the bat?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Find your new nickname. All right, it's only 10 questions. Very simple. What describes you best physically? Soft skin, big muscles, eccentric outfits, big smile.
I'd say either big muscles or big smile.
You pick one.
But my muscles aren't the biggest, so I'll go with big smile.
Big smile. Okay. You're at a bar. What are you doing? Getting in a fight, taking shots, flirting, just having fun with friends.
Usually flirting.
Yeah, I'd say flirting.
Like, I'm not a big bar guy, and when I go to a bar, I'm usually going there. Like, have I been to a bar with just the boys and only the boys? I don't know if I've ever been to a bar with just the boys. But also keep in mind, like, it's been a year of COVID, and then right before that was like I only had 1 year of being legal drinking age.
Me and you went to a bar. They thought we were gay. I think they thought we were gay. I don't know.
They definitely thought we were gay.
Yeah, a lot of gay vibes. That's cool, though. All right, what genre of music do you listen to the most? Rock and roll, pop, indie, hip-hop?
Hip-hop.
Okay. When most people describe you, they're most likely saying you are caring, fun, intimidating, or weird.
Wait. When people are describing me?
Yeah.
Probably weird. I don't know. What do you think? I think I can be sometimes intimidating, but I don't think most people.
I mean, to me, you're not intimidating.
Okay.
Okay. What type of couch would you buy? Leather, anything that has soft cushions, a futon, it's multi-use, or a cheap one?
A leather.
You want a leather couch?
Well, I don't know, because the other options all
That's
sucked.
A leather couch. Anything that has soft cushions?
Yeah, but sometimes, like, your couch has soft cushions, but they sink into each other.
Yeah,
they're like
that's
a
true.
V,
it's also leather.
And then you're falling. Oh, that's leather?
I think. Or like pleather. I don't know.
That kind of looks
I don't
like
even
leather,
know
though.
That might be fake leather. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That couch, I don't know. This couch, like, I'm not scared of it, but I also just don't really connect with this couch.
It's not the most comfortable couch in the world.
Like, it's fine. It gets the job done, but I just always feel kind of, like, uneasy. Like, I couldn't take a nap on that couch.
No, I've tried. It's not that comfortable. It's a little bit too short. You can't fully lay down, and then the sides go up, so you can't, like, rest your head in a nice way. It's not a very, like, lounging, comfortable couch. It's more of a
It's not a
sit-down.
user-friendly couch.
Yeah, it's like a sit down and, like, let's have, like, brunch on this couch.
Yeah.
I don't know if people do
Crumpets.
that. Anyway, so leather?
Sure.
Okay. Your best friend is crying over a breakup. You take them out on a town to help them forget their woes and ignore their calls, listen and give advice, go beat up whoever hurt them. Would you beat up my ex-girlfriend?
Wait, sorry, read them again?
All right, so would you take them out on the town and help them forget about their woes, just completely ignore them, listen and give them your advice, or go beat up whoever hurt them?
What would you, if you went through a horrible breakup and you're just like depressed as shit, what would you want me to do?
Definitely not beat them up or ignore me. If I call you sad, I would hope you wouldn't ignore me.
What if they threatened you with a knife before breaking up with you? Then maybe you'd want me to.
I don't want you to get hurt if they have a knife.
Okay.
You know. I don't need you fighting my battles against
Kyle.
women.
I need to be a strong, manly man for my friend. I need to
Yeah.
show the world what I can do and be threatening and be this physical presence.
Nothing would show that more than beating up
A
my
woman.
ex. Beating up a woman. All right. So what are you doing? Listening and giving advice?
I mean,
or
yeah, probably just
taking them out.
listening.
Yeah.
I don't think you would want to be like,
I wouldn't be like, hey, let's go out on the town.
yeah, hey John, let's go to the aquarium together.
I mean, let's cry and watch a movie.
What even, like, when people say go out to the town?
It's like, let's go to bars.
Yeah, that's
It's basically
all
let's
they
try
mean.
and have fun and like maybe meet someone else.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it would be. All right, you're camping in the woods. A bear comes onto your sight. Whoa, this is kind of something we've broken down before.
Yeah.
Would you feed it berries, grab your gun, run, or scream?
Those are all bad options. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get big.
Well,
right?
it depends on the type of bear.
Or you just don't move and you just stay still.
I believe grizzly bears I think you're kind of fucked if it's a grizzly bear. I think you just got to take it. I think black bears, maybe you just one of them you like are supposed to go in the fetal position, and the other one you're supposed to like act big.
That's something that like
some info
we should know.
Yeah,
and it's kind of scary because if I encountered a bear, I don't know the different types of bears by looking at them.
I mean, if it's brown, it's a grizzly bear, brown bear. I mean, over here, it's
wait, that's confusing though. You just said grizzly and brown bear.
I think it's the same thing. That might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're the same thing.
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Is there a black bear?
There are black bears,
but and they're quite literally black.
Yes.
Okay.
Black bears they're black bears.
Sometimes I get nervous because I feel like sometimes the naming of things are always very deceiving. Like a black bear is somehow not actually black, it's brown.
No, yeah.
And then a brown bear is like grayish.
It's like Greenland is all icy and Iceland's all green.
Yeah.
It's confusing. So what are you doing? You're not feeding it berries. You're not grabbing a gun because you don't have one. Are you running or screaming?
Both.
Right.
I'm running. Probably.
Run, yeah. I'm trying to think, like, I would probably throw rocks at it or something, but I don't know. That might just make it mad. It's like poking the bear, literally.
No, you wouldn't want to pick up a pebble and just bounce
Well, I'm not picking up pebbles. I'm rocketing.
You're going to yeet a whole boulder at this
Well, I'm not
thing?
throwing a boulder either. I'm throwing a good, like, baseball-sized rock, like, as hard as I can at this bear's dome. I'm just hoping I can hit it. All right.
Do you think bears dodge things?
No. I don't think it's, like, looking and being like,
so
Matrix.
If it was over there and I just tossed a rock and it was aiming for its head, you think it would just stand there and take it?
Yeah. Have you ever thrown something at it like just toss something at a cat or a dog? They don't move. They just take it in the face, or they try to catch it.
You seen those videos of people putting slices of cheese on their babies?
What?
There's this trend on TikTok of parents walking up to like a young baby and they just throw a slice of like fake. Whoa,
fuck was
that? Fuzz.
Oh.
They throw a slice of cheese on your baby's face and you just see how they react.
I mean,
so you just go floop.
What if the baby's lactose intolerant?
I can't believe you haven't seen these. They're hilarious.
Maybe I have seen them. Like a little craft singles you toss at them.
Yeah, yeah. or have you seen people do that to their cats?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like the same thing, just with a human baby.
Okay. Yeah, just treating humans like kittens.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's more important to you? Love, art, friends, or safety? Safety. It's so stupid. What a dumb answer. I always, more than anything, I must be safe at all times. Fuck you.
Yeah, if you're safe with no friends and no art, what do you're sitting in a room?
No one likes
a
a safe guy.
room? That's tough. I mean, I think the right answer is friends, but art is also pretty important because if there's no art, that means there's no music, no movies, no games.
What about love?
Oh, was love an option?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I'll go with love.
Because I love my friends.
There you go.
I love you, John.
I love you, Kyle.
Thank you. You're at an ice cream shop. What do you order? Rocky
Ice
Road,
cream.
vanilla, anything with lots of toppings. I'm on a diet. That's John like 25% of the year. Oh, I'm on a diet. Sorry.
No, I go from being, I don't know, my whole like trying to like eat well is very sporadic.
Me too.
I go for like 4 days, super clean. Then 3 days, I just ruin myself. And then it's like those 4 days were entirely useless to begin with.
Yeah, I pretty much, I get to the weekend and then it all falls off.
Yeah.
And it's like I start over on Monday.
And that's what sucks about dieting is you can't have cheat days.
No.
It defeats the purpose of the diet.
Having a cheat day ruins your diet. You just cannot have a cheat day.
Yeah.
So what are you ordering?
Probably, wait, it was Rocky Road.
Vanilla, anything with lots of toppings. I'm on a diet.
Probably Rocky Road.
Rocky Road's solid. All right, well, last question. Which of these things, I don't know how this is going to decide what your nickname is, but which of these things would you most likely be doing? Volunteering, go-kart racing, wine tasting, people watching.
Why'd you say volunteering is so downer?
As if John's just volunteering for
You don't
things.
know me, Kyle.
I do know you.
You don't know me at all.
When was the last time you volunteered for something?
Maybe it could have been 2 days ago. You haven't
Was
seen
it 2
me
days ago?
in like 5 days.
Oh, what have you been doing these 5 days? You've been volunteering for things?
I wasn't volunteering, but that was only because there was a snowstorm. I could have been volunteering.
You would have volunteered.
I actually, no bullshit.
Okay.
I've thought about, I haven't done it, but I've thought about volunteering recently.
Damn, bro, that's cool. You actually thought about volunteering? Tell me more about it.
Yeah, dude, it's been a long journey to get to this point. And,
Proud of you.
I'm not doing it for myself.
Yeah.
I've thought about volunteering to help other people.
That's just step one.
Make the world a better place.
Just think about it. If you can think about it, you can do it.
Yeah, no, but I've thought that, I don't know. I think that like if I volunteered more, not even a lot, like once a month, whether I go, does donating blood count as volunteering?
I feel like that's kind of, yeah, like it's almost like a cop-out answer.
But
it's
you're
like,
still
I donated blood.
But they always need blood.
You're right. They do. It's good to donate blood, but if that's your volunteering, you're not like helping change the world.
Well, whether it be like going and helping out at like a food bank or like a homeless shelter or something.
Cleaning up the beach.
Yeah. I feel like if I did it once a month on like a few hours on a weekend, even just for like selfish reasons, like I would feel better.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I feel like that could like help me out as a human.
Yeah. So are you going to start volunteering or?
I'm going to keep thinking about it.
keep
I'm
gonna
let it marinate.
Over. Yeah. Let it sit there for a little bit. See if it's right for you. So what are you doing? Are you volunteering? Well, you're not. Go-kart racing, wine tasting, or people watching?
And this is when on a,
just what are you most likely doing?
Oh, not wine tasting.
Go-kart racing or people watching?
I guess go-karting, but even then, it's not that awesome.
All right, calculating results. All right, this is John's new nickname. Almost done. Come on, baby. Yo, wait, what?
Did it not give me a nickname?
Oh, my God. Let's take a survey to get my results. Holy shit. Oh, okay, all right. You are a male between 18 and 24. Continue. Oh, shit, I clicked female.
It's okay.
All right, well, my bad.
I'm a female.
Okay. This is even better than the narwhal, all right? Your new nickname is the Playinator. So you can take that as what you will.
Okay. I really hope you guys don't call me the Play. Why is it? It's Playinator?
Playinator. You just play hard,
I'm a
man.
Playa.
You play hard.
Damn. Work hard, play hard.
You're like the Terminator, but you play.
Damn, I've never been called a playa before.
Yeah, now you have been.
I feel pretty cool right
Playinator.
now.
What's up? I'm the Playinator. Welcome to my podcast.
And there's never a Playinator that's ugly.
There's never been a Playinator.
That's true.
You think there's someone with the nickname Playinator? Probably not.
I mean, there's probably like 7 potential options for nicknames from that quiz.
Yeah.
One of them being the Playinator.
And that was also the female option, apparently. So I don't know what the male option
I don't know.
Be.
Can females be a playa? Like, what's up, playa?
I think playa can be gender neutral. I think we can make it gender neutral.
Okay.
I'm gonna start saying playa to my sister. What's up, playa? Okay. See what she says.
Yeah. Like calling her big guy.
Yeah. What's up, big guy? Yeah. Like, hey, mom. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, but how come buddy is usually associated with guys? Like, what's the girl equivalent of buddy?
Lady,
sweetie,
gal.
Yeah, there's no
buddy.
Busty. You should be able to call a woman buddy, but it just seems weird.
What do you call them then? Gal, girly?
I don't know. Like, girly? I'm trying to think of. Let's say
I feel weird saying girl.
Okay, so let's say you have a girl cousin that you're sort of friends with. Like, you're kind of close. You're not besties.
Yeah.
But she's your age, and you go to like a Thanksgiving. What are you gonna call her if you're not calling her by her name?
There's cuz.
Yeah. What's up, cuz?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
My cousins and I call each other cuz. I feel really cool when they say it.
Yeah, we throw some cousins around.
What's up, cuz?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I have 2 twin girl cousins who are younger than me, and sometimes I think about when I say hi to them. Do I say like, "What's up, guys?" or "What's up, girls?" When I say girls, it feels wrong.
Yeah, I feel like guys is just accepted for everyone.
But I know some people get offended by that, or it's like, I'm a girl, don't call me a guy.
Yeah. But it's like,
I'm using guys in the term of like group of people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not going to have you take the quiz because your nicknames
it's going to be Playinator.
Apparently are good enough, and apparently mine's not good enough.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Whoa. I guess Narwhal's just not good. Okay.
You'd rather be called Narwhal over Playinator?
Yeah. Yes. 1,000%.
I have a hard time believing that.
Okay, well, Kyle, the other night I had a really cool dream, and I texted you I had a really wild dream, and you said, that sounds wild. And
yeah,
I said,
it sounded pretty wild.
And I gave you no details. But don't you worry, because I wrote all the details down, and it's been a while since we've talked about a dream.
Good.
And this one is worth it.
Okay.
So, this was one of the most vivid dreams I've had. I remember almost everything. So, all of my friends and I, we got on this huge flight to France.
Okay.
And it was like one of those big ones where it's like a 2-level plane. And we, for whatever reason, like everyone in the plane had like, instead of seats, you had like like beds, like queen size beds.
I think they do that for those flights.
But like actual beds, not like a seat that reclines into a bed. It's like every seat was like a open area with a bed.
Don't they do that though?
I don't know.
On those flights? I don't know. Anyways.
And how it worked was like it was still 2 people per bed. Oh. So like you shared a bed with someone.
Okay.
So it was me and all the boys. So it was like you. Except it was everyone but Shim. Shim was not part of this trip for some reason.
Didn't make it to Paris.
So I don't know. Maybe
might have been in the luggage. We could have snuck him in.
Yeah. So you and Connor were together. It was me and Willig, and then Chief and Chris, and like I don't know. I'm sure there was other people too. But so we got on this flight, and we go up, and in the air, we're like all hanging out in our beds, and we all had little lamps next to our beds, but we're in like. The best way I can describe it is it's like a big room, like way bigger than your normal plane. Like there's a ton of space. So mine and Willick's bed would be here, and you and Connor's bed was like at that wall over there. And then like Chief and Chris was like on this wall. So we were like pretty close. We can all hang out, but we all got like our space.
Okay.
And we get up to like cruising altitude. And then Willick and I go into the bathroom together. I don't remember any funny business happening.
It seems like some funny bit of business happened.
I think we just went to the bathroom, but I remember when we came back out, you and Connor were like bouncing on, like jumping on your bed and being really loud. Okay. And you and Connor were yelling at Chris and Chief just back and forth, like just obnoxiously.
Just what were we yelling?
You guys were like making jokes, and you're like, "Oh my god, dude!"
That does not sound like me in public.
Yeah, but like I don't know, maybe you guys were drunk or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then, like, this one kid from our high school named Dylan that we're not really friends with, was also there.
Okay.
And he just goes, "Guys, I need you to leave." So then, you 4 that were being obnoxious, you all walk down and like go. I remember you were gonna go play poker.
Like you were gonna the airplane poker table.
Yeah, so you guys were going to the airplane poker table. So then it's just me and Willig, this random kid named Dylan, and some other strangers in this big room, basically.
Okay.
And then the engine dies. It just stalls. And I've actually told you I had a dream. I don't know. Did I tell you?
Yeah, you had like a recurring dream where that happens, right?
Well, I've had a dream. Oh, well, I used to have a recurring dream in a plane, but then a few months ago I had a dream where the engine died in my plane, but then they like crash landed it.
Okay.
And it was just like almost the same exact thing. So it's getting kind of weird. So our engine stalled, and okay, so everybody but Willig was being extremely loud and obnoxious, and they were asked to leave, and they went to a different part of the game to play poker. Then the engine stalled. We all thought we were going to die. For some reason, I pulled out my phone and started reading the top hashtags for the day to calm us down.
Good. That's good thinking.
Yeah, so I went on Twitter and I was like,
start reading off
hashtags. I was like, guys, Pope, Rome, the Lakers are all trending.
Hashtag Monday motivation.
Yeah. So I was just rattling them off, and Willig was not worried at all. Like he was looking out the window and he's like, "Oh, our engine stalled." Then all of a sudden, Willig and I made our way to the cockpit, and we just like open up the door where the pilot is, and we just sit down next to him. Or no, it was a lady, and we're like, "Oh, like what's going on?" She's like, "Oh, our engine died."
Nice vibes.
And we're falling through the sky, and then all of a sudden, we just land on a highway, like full speed. Just I don't know how we crash landed on this highway, and then she just started drifting around. Like she was going like obviously like 800 miles an hour because you're in an airplane, right?
Do they go 800 miles an hour?
Well, maybe
yeah.
Like 500 maybe. Sure. And so we're just on this highway, but since we're going so fast, instead of just making the normal turns in a car, she's full on drifting this airplane, and it's kind of sick. And
you're just standing in the cockpit?
We're sitting. There's extra seats there.
Oh.
And it's me and Willig just kind of talking to her. And then we look at her and we go, "Were we supposed to land here? Like on the highway?" She goes, "No." And then I said, "Where are we supposed to land?" And she goes, "I don't know." And then I woke up.
Okay. I feel like you have a lot of dreams with airplanes.
I do.
Do you have a fear of flying?
No.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. But there's a lot of like engine stalling midair and then landing and surviving somehow.
Have you ever tried looking that up?
No. Should I?
You should look it up. See what that means about you. Maybe it's your deep crippling fear of like rejection or something. Okay, so I have now looked up what the meaning of your dreams are, and well, I found 2 different answers.
Okay.
So the first one, this one's from trustedpsychicmediums.com. So you got there must
They're
be
trusted.
Very trusted. When plane crashes in midair because of a malfunction or engine failure, it suggests your self-doubt, lack of confidence, and self-defeating attitudes that may have caused your own downfall.
Whoa.
But let's also read this from dreamchrist.com.
Dream Christ?
Dream Christ.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a Christian dreaming website.
Yeah.
Dreaming of a plane of a crashing plane means good news is on its way, and you can refer to your personal, professional, or family. So,
okay.
So you got good news coming. It can be a representation that you will live a long and healthy life.
These are all way different.
Seeing a plane crash in dreams is intuitively good. Many imagine that the dream of a plane crash must be horrible. So,
I mean, I don't know how that could be good. I guess because it's like we landed it. We didn't die, so that's a positive rejoicing.
But at the same time, you did a plane crash out of the sky, so that's not great.
It's like, I will say, though, if it is the one where it said, like, good things are coming.
Dream Christ?
After that happened, after my dream, we had a couple TikToks do pretty well.
Okay. So
after a long drought of TikToks going viral.
Good. So we're siding more with the Dream Christ.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Dream Christ.
I'm a big Dream
and I don't
Christ
believe
guy.
in psychics.
I don't believe in Christ. Yeah. Anyways.
All right. So I wanted to share that with you guys, but now I have some questions for you, Kyle.
Give them to me.
I'm
worth it.
So these are questions from I saw a tweet and said, did you see the tweet that said NBA Reddit is crazy?
No, but it is.
Okay, so there's
it's getting a bit much.
They screenshotted 4 things from the NBA subreddit.
Okay.
And they're good questions. We'll start with, is it legal for players to kiss as a strategy? Now, hear me out. It says it's an off-season question, but I'm serious. Let's say that it's the finals game 7 in crunch time, okay?
Okay.
If LeBron starts kissing Kyrie, not a single defender will be watching the ball, leaving JR open for an easy 3. Would LeBron and Kyrie be called for a technical? Or would the points why would they be called for a technical?
I don't know.
Would LeBron and Kyrie be called for a technical, or would the points count? The rules say technical fouls relate to unsportsmanlike behavior, but I don't see how this is unsportsmanlike. It's just the most uncharacteristic thing ever. What do you guys say? So what do you think, Kyle?
I mean, I guess it's legal. I mean, this season it's not because of COVID, but
what would happen though?
They would definitely get fined and potentially suspended.
Okay, so they'd get fined. They wouldn't get a technical foul though.
But that would look so bad for the NBA though. Like 2 guys kiss on the court and you suspend them and fine them. Like it's not a great look.
Yeah, it looks like they're not inclusive.
Yeah, but I think they would have to do it though because.
But I'm saying like. Players could they'll be like, we're going to get fined for this, but it's game 7. Like, this is to win the finals.
I mean, in the playoffs, we've gotten close to that. Lance Stevenson blew in LeBron's ear, like, for a long time. So that was, like, the closest we've gotten. Maybe someone will start, like, getting a little touchy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and you know how there's, the Mike Tyson biting off someone's ear? That's like an iconic moment that lives through history.
Yeah.
Is as a staple in boxing history. This could be that moment for the NBA. There was like the 100-point game. There was like Kobe's 81.
And then there's LeBron and Anthony Davis making out in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that would throw me off. And Caruso would probably be wide open for a 3. So, I mean... Yeah, that seems like a good sound strategy to me.
Okay, that's what I think too. Now the next one here, not as much of a strategy as it is. What happens if LeBron is thrown outside the bubble by an opponent?
Oh, so these were strictly bubble questions. But that is actually a great question.
For an example, if the Bucks and Lakers are playing in the finals, what happens if the Lopez brothers breaks into LeBron's room, picks him up, and carries him to the edge of the bubble and throws him out? Would he then have to quarantine for the finals? Would the Bucks be penalized for this event, even though the Lopez twins didn't go outside of the bubble?
I mean that's good thinking.
Yeah, these are intuitive thoughts that people are having.
There's always I know John always has the argument in sports of like, why don't I just take my worst player ever on my bench, my 12th man, and just have him beat the shit out of LeBron?
Yeah.
And then LeBron's hurt, and then he gets tossed out of the game.
And he gets fined a ton of money.
But he wasn't playing anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just extremely... People would hate whoever does that. Like, you would just be forever canceled from sports if you did that.
Yeah, and that's true. But if it was something that person was willing to accept,
yeah, if Robin Lopez wanted to do that, he could,
and he wouldn't get arrested for it. He would get fined. He'd probably get released from the team, whatever.
Yeah.
But if that's something you're willing to do, you wouldn't. It's not illegal.
I think there is arguably a lawsuit that LeBron could file.
Actually, yeah, I guess it would be illegal because they broke into some guy's room.
Yeah, you kind of kidnapped someone.
Yeah.
So that part's illegal. But if LeBron were to willingly go,
whoa,
not that he would, like he's gonna hang out with Robin Lopez, but
yeah. But if they tricked him, if he was hanging out with them,
yeah,
and they said, "Hey man, there's this cool restaurant near the edge of the bubble," and then they kind of just push him outside,
yeah.
And there's security that witnesses it, they'd have to. They're
not calling a foul.
Yeah,
like if you get bumped a little bit, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's sound. That's also sound.
Okay,
that's good.
So now we're gonna continue on here.
All right, give me more.
Serious question: why can't 4 Warriors starters lock arms, form a ring around Steph Curry so he can take open shots?
That would be probably a moving. I don't know. I think there's probably a rule against it. I think that's probably a moving screen somehow because.
What if they don't move though?
Well, then someone should technically be able to get inside the circle.
No, but if they lock arms and they're just standing.
Well, then you're if you're reaching out with your arms and blocking someone, that's a foul.
Even if the person runs into your arms?
If I'm standing still and you run around and I hook you with my arm, that's a foul.
No, but what if you don't move? Your arms are just like that.
Yeah.
And someone runs into your arm?
Yeah, that's a foul.
Well, then, yeah, this probably wouldn't work. But they say, picture this. The Warriors go out and get 4 incredibly strong bodies with really long arms. For the entire game on the offensive end, those 4 guys lock arms together and form a circle around Steph Curry so that none of the opponents can get to him. Sort of like how you might protect a quarterback if you didn't know the rules of football. Steph Curry barely needs much daylight to get the shot, so as long as they leave around a foot of room around him, he can probably just bomb away freely every possession. Why don't the Warriors do this? So you're saying they couldn't because it would be a moving screen?
I think it would be. There's something illegal about that, and that's one of those things that it sounds good to someone that doesn't know sports. It sounds great on paper, but it wouldn't work.
Yeah. It would be cool, though, if they tried it. Even if it's just like a one-time play. Because sometimes if you just do something once, you can kind of get away with like a foul or something.
They used to do that little like elevator screen they'd do where it'd be 2 big men standing at the top of the key. Steph Curry would run in between them and they would close in.
Can they not do that anymore?
No, they can do it. That was a play they did for Steph Curry a lot, and he could open threes because it's like a double screen that they just close in on.
Yeah, but now one of the guys will just switch.
Yeah, I mean they still do it sometimes, but
yeah,
the whole NBA knows they want to do it.
So. Okay, now the last one for today: who would be a better defender, Andre Roberson? Is it Roberson or Robertson?
I've never known.
Okay,
I always said Robertson, but I don't know.
Who would be a better defender, Andre Roberson or Isaiah Thomas with a gun? Now,
Isaiah Thomas with a gun because if he shoots you, you're not scoring.
Isaiah can't actually shoot players since that's a foul. Probably flagrant, but we'll see how Tony Brothers sees it. Is Tony Brothers like one of the refs?
Yeah.
But we'll see how Tony Brothers sees it. Isaiah can, however, shoot the ball mid-air on the way up, and that's a block.
Unless it's heading down.
Assume the crowd is protected by bulletproof glass. He can also use it for intimidation since the other players will have no idea why he has a gun on him.
So this is like turning NBA into skeet shooting. It's like shoot a 3 and I'm going to try to shoot it out of the air. So
I was a little confused, though. So he's saying he can't shoot players, but he can shoot the ball in the air with his gun.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing as throwing your shoe up in the air, which I don't think you can do. I don't know, actually. Because there was one time where Marc Gasol lost a shoe, and then he was playing defense with a shoe. He
his hand?
He smacked the ball away with his shoe. I don't know what they did, but maybe he fouled someone with a shoe. I don't know.
There's got to be there's definitely some loopholes that people haven't really thought of, or maybe they drinking with the boys watching TV, and they've been like, hey, why don't they ever try this?
Yeah.
There's got to be something that would work.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things, though, that people have thought of that were never done before, like the wildcat in football.
Yeah.
Like that. It works for a little bit, and then once people figure it out, it just kind of doesn't work.
Yeah. But you know what's always been really interesting to me is like how the way sports are played continue to change no matter what. So the way that they play basketball now is way different than 80 years ago. But it's like you would think that there would come a point where they've thought of every possible way to play the game of basketball. But at the same time, in like 500 years from now, they're inevitably going to have different strategies that we haven't thought of in basketball when they're playing basketball in 500 years.
You think in 500 years the NBA's around?
I don't know.
I would doubt it.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. That's my point is like, does there come a certain point where you know every single way to play a game? Or do you think you can always improve and always have a more
always improve? Tom Brady is like the example of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get on an individual level you can improve, but I kind of mean like, do you ever see a way where like the way, if you turn on the TV and it's a basketball game from 500 years in the future, is it going to be insanely different on some wild shit we never even thought that they would be doing in a basketball game?
I mean, if like rules change, but no.
But that's what I'm saying. But like 100 years ago, no one would even have thought that they'd be playing the game they're playing now, and not. I mean, obviously, there's been some rule changes.
It'll probably be way different.
That's so weird. Because like we can't even think of what would be different.
But that's about everything. Literally everything in the future you could say that about, though.
But that's what's so cool. It's so wild to me that we can't even think of what could possibly be a more efficient way to play basketball.
And there's such a simple solution that no one's thought of.
Yeah.
For anything, though. For like a phone, for a car, like everything.
I don't know. Is it I don't know if it would say it's simple, but it's like.
But there's some things where it's like, oh, I could have thought of that, you know?
Yeah.
Like a paperclip.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people could have thought of that, and just one dude was like, I'm going to make a paperclip.
Yeah.
And then he's like a millionaire.
Yeah. It's actually kind of a complex. When you actually look at a paperclip.
Oh, no, it is. Yeah.
It's a weird thing that someone figured out. If you shape it in this weird way, it'll work.
And staplers. Like staplers are so complex. I mean, they're not, but you know what I mean? Like to be able to stab something through a piece of paper, and then there's a little thing on the bottom that's like, we're going to curl it up.
And inside the stapler, you got a whole bunch of staples like ready to go, and you have a whole system to where it goes.
And they're
one
like
at a
stuck
time.
together too, but like not fully stuck together, you know? Yeah. And then you break them loose, and then you can take the little alligator thing and remove your staples.
Yep.
It's like, holy shit, someone thought of that.
Big fan of the alligator thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just so weird to me that the things we do now we think we're good at, but there's like the way we look at someone from 300 years ago. In 300 years, they're going to look at us and be like, these fucking idiots.
I mean, we're all just a bunch of idiots.
We're literally apes.
Yeah.
We're apes that have just got a little smarter, but we're going to continue to get smarter, and then they're going to look at us, and then we're going to be dumb, and I don't want to be dumb, Kyle.
Just an ape with a smartphone and a podcast. That's me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hot, too. I have that. You don't have that yet?
Yeah. Well, you're the playinator, my bet, so you're, you know.
Yeah, you got to respect the play.
Bro. Yeah.
There's a hierarchy in this ape kingdom. Being hot is one of those things that sets me above.
The playinator sets you over the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm going to figure out what my nickname is later, and I'll come back to you.
Okay.
It's going to be hot. It's going to be cool.
It's going to be like...
It's going to be thunderous.
The Brickstone.
Oh. Yeah, if it was just like Brick Dog or like something cool like that. Just like Smash Man.
the Smash Man?
Smash Man. Something cool.
Yeah.
Like breaking things. Like just man.
You guess you're just super manly.
I am. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. I don't know for sure. Now, Kyle, how's it been? What's going on? You're working again.
Not yet, technically.
Well, but basically.
Yeah. No. I've just one day back in downtown Seattle, and I've already missed it so much. Like the working aspect is not great, but just being around the people of downtown Seattle, I love.
And making money.
And making money too. Yeah. But just on my first day back, I saw someone get absolutely tsunamied in the face from a puddle from my bus. Like I'm just sitting on my bus, whatever. Looking out
you
the
were
window.
in the bus.
I was in the bus. My bus tsunamied this person.
No.
I didn't even see the puddle coming up. And there's a lot of snow melting right now, so there's a lot of puddles. And it was, I don't know if it was a man or a woman, didn't really get a good view. It was a person in a black coat walking down the street. Out of nowhere, I hear the sound of like when you're running over a puddle. And I looked out the window to see this black figure just getting like bending over and getting just a tidal wave of water.
No,
so dropped on their head.
Like how much? Did it literally cover like their whole body?
It went over them. It engulfed this person. I felt so bad. And I tried to look back and I couldn't really get a good look. This person just basically just took cover and just took this wave.
Dude, that would actually like ruin my whole day. That would ruin my week.
I felt so bad for that person because it was like middle of the day and it was pretty cold out. Like getting just drenched like that and it's cold as shit. Like, dude.
Like it's hard in Seattle. It's really hard to just like in the middle of the winter when you're cold to be outside and be happy in general.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not tsunamied by a bus, it's still hard just to kind of walk around. You're freezing. You're not.
I feel like my teeth are always clenched.
Yeah. And then to have that happen to you when you're probably either going to work.
Or you're on like a lunch break or something. Probably headed to your bus stop and you're just sopping wet. I know everyone's.
Did you, in your mind, did you go like, oh shit, that was kind of hilarious? What was your initial reaction?
Like, listen. If I got tsunami by a puddle, it would be funny.
Yeah.
And I felt bad. I felt so bad for this person, but at the same time, it's pretty funny. Like you just got absolutely smacked by this puddle water, and it's just like the grossest water ever too. Like it sucks for you, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah. You said there was also someone yelling.
Yeah, just a casual guy walking on the street screaming. I don't know what he was screaming, but was
he screaming to God?
Top of his lungs screaming.
To Satan.
Just, I don't even know.
To Delilah.
Could have been.
Yeah.
He was, I don't know. Everyone avoided him. It was one of those guys where like everyone's on the sidewalk on his corner. And then once he started screaming, everyone went onto a different corner. It was one of those situations. And then he was just walking down the street, walking towards me. And so I had to take a little different route because I was like, I don't want to.
Like the bow-legged man. Like
I didn't avoid him. He came up to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Usually when I can tell someone's probably going to approach me, I'll avoid them.
Yeah.
Usually I don't pay much mind to like the crazy people on the street, but if you're going to like headed towards me, I'm like, all right, I got to get out of the way because now I'm involved in this show.
Yeah. If you were a crackhead, what do you think you would scream about? If you were, not saying you ever would be, but if you were one of those guys on the side of the road who's on another planet right now, just screaming at the top of your lungs, what would you be screaming about?
Probably the Mariners. No, honestly, probably something so stupid. Just like someone would walk past me and I'd be like, you did this to me. You are the reason that I'm like this. And then start screaming about how, dude, one time, I don't know if I've ever told the story in the podcast, but yeah. I had a little like thing as a kid when I was afraid of homeless people.
Okay, yeah.
And we were waiting for the ferry, and there was this McDonald's right by our ferry, and we went inside, and I was afraid to go inside because I was like 6, so I was afraid. But I was like, there's probably going to be a homeless person inside, Mom. I don't want to go inside. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And she's like, there won't be. I'm like, there will be, Mom. We walk in. As soon as we walk in, this guy comes out of the bathroom and just starts screaming like, oh, my God, there's shit everywhere. And the people working McDonald's are like, what? Like, what's up? And he walks over to this lady and he's like, it's your fault, and like pointed at her, and she's like, the fuck, it's not my fault. Yeah. I didn't know there's shit in the bathroom. My bad. It's the men's bathroom. I'm a woman.
Kyle's like literally shaking in fear.
I was like sitting there, I was like, Mom, I fucking told you.
I think I'd probably scream about how nothing matters, or I would scream about like something, I don't know, I'd be like, what's the difference between a muffin and a cupcake, because a cupcake is just a muffin with frosting.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah.
There's different ingredients, right?
Well, it depends on obviously the type of muffin, but
yeah,
at its core, a cupcake is a muffin with frosting. I think
it looks like a muffin. I feel like they're different. I feel like there's more sugar in a cupcake versus a muffin. Muffins are a little more like,
dude, those muffins from Costco.
Well, but those are just barely muffins. Those are just like steroid muffins.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, that's the type of thing that as a sober individual, I can accept and I can like live my life even though it bothers me.
The
muffin cupcake dilemma.
Oh, all right.
Like, it annoys me, but I can move on. But I think that if I was to just like, one day I'm just screaming at the world and I don't really know what I'm screaming about, that might be a thing that resurfaces.
It's like my nut debate. I'd probably be screaming about nuts. Like, my nuts are too salty. And you're like, what?
And he goes, my nuts are too salty.
Or they're not salty. I need to mix my nuts with other nuts. Does anyone have other nuts? That's probably what I'd be yelling.
Yeah. And then,
but give me your nuts.
There's definitely been someone that has gone up to someone on the street and said, do you have nuts? I need more nuts. That's happened at least a few times.
That's for sure happened.
And so, yeah.
So, yeah. It could happen a couple more times if I start doing crack.
Yeah.
Which I won't.
Okay, perfect. Now, something else. Like, it's been a while since Kyle and I have done a solo episode because the last 2 episodes we had Joe and then we had our friend Connor's dad, Mike, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen that, very important episode, super powerful episode.
It's definitely the most important thing we've done.
Yeah. So definitely check that out. Also, I just want to say, if you guys want extra content, the pre-show of Mike's episode is on our Patreon. We have Patreon pre-shows for every single episode, and we did it in penis costumes. So
yummy.
It's pretty hilarious. We didn't do a full episode in the penis costumes because that seems like a bit much.
It would take away from the actual information that's being put out there.
But yeah, if you guys want just extra content, if you like the show, and if every Monday and Thursday you watch the episode and then you're like, damn, it's only been an hour and a half and I already got to wait 3 more days for new PIMS content, you can become a patron and you get access to every single other Patreon video we've ever made.
Wow, that's a lot of videos.
At this point, there's probably like, what?
Hours.
There's like probably 80 videos on there now. Yeah. Or something crazy like that. So be sure to check it out. Patreon.com/PIMS podcast. It helps support the show and you get cool stuff. And there's merch at pims.store if you guys want to cop a hat or a hoodie or whatever. But now, Kyle, this actually relates perfectly because we were talking about, crackheads, which, I don't know if we're supposed to joke about crackheads, but it's still kind of funny to joke about crackheads.
Depending on how you go.
We're not at the point yet where you get canceled for joking about crackheads. Maybe in like 5 to 10 years.
Are people really going to cancel people for doing that?
People cancel people for the dumbest shit ever.
That is so true. Yeah.
You get canceled for anything.
Yeah.
Also, something I wanted to say, there's this one guy named Fitz who's a YouTuber that I really like, and he is kind of known for just in his videos, he says and does like wild shit, like shit that I would never probably say, but it's like, it's funny. Regardless of how you feel about it, you have to admit like what he does is funny, and that's why he has an audience. Like he is really huge because he's funny, and like one of his friends named Toby on the Telly is also a YouTuber, is transgender. And so like he makes these fucked up jokes, but like someone who's always playing with him is Toby on the Telly, who's transgender. And like, I don't know, I guess what my point is a lot of people in the past have tried to like cancel Fitz, these like super politically correct people that like can't realize he's joking. And he's like definitely said some shit that like, to maybe someone who's always politically correct and super liberal is like not okay. But like I saw a really interesting tweet and it was like everyone's tried to cancel Fitz for years, but you can't cancel someone who doesn't care. And it was a really interesting perspective because I was like, that's kind of true. Like if Fitz was the type of person where if he cared about all this criticism and if he read it and it bothered him and affected him, like he probably would change. But the fact that like he's so authentic and that's just what him and his friends say regardless, and like they know that they have good intentions, you can't cancel him because he doesn't give a fuck. Because he's like I know it's funny and all these other people know that I'm a good person.
Yeah, I mean ultimately if people aren't going to stop watching his stuff, then you can't really cancel him.
Exactly.
So it's I mean that's the only defense against it is if people still enjoy your stuff and don't think you're a horrible person, then
yeah, and
fine.
Like the fact that he doesn't care about this criticism means he's not going to change his content, which means all this effort that people are trying to do to like say, oh, Fitz said this in 2017. He's like, yeah, I said it and it was funny. And like,
yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, crackhead jokes, okay. I guess. But I had this really weird like deja vu moment the other day. I totally zoned out. I was editing and I went to like another dimension for a few minutes and then came back.
Dude, that's the weirdest when that happens. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah. It's like an out of body experience.
Yeah.
But I had a premonition of what my rock bottom moment would be in my life.
Okay.
This felt very real. Like it honestly felt like this is something that it felt like one of those things where if my life kind of unraveled and if I didn't take control of my life and I like let things get out of control, like this is what my life could become. And So
wait, what is this that you're?
It was like a daydream. Like I was daydreaming basically,
like
but it was very vivid.
At your rock bottom.
Yeah, okay. And I was like living it, and it was. Okay. So I went on like a long bender, and I just remember the bender ended, and my sister went on vacation, and I was like kind of wrapping up my bender, kind of sobering up, and my sister was like, "Hey, I am leaving. Can you take care of Ridge, which is her dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got you." And then as this bender ends and I'm taking care of Ridge, I kind of like relapse, like I get really high again. And I remember what happens is Ridge like almost dies because I'm so high that I forget to feed him.
Okay.
And so it's like a 4-day thing where I'm just like fucked up and like Ridge is with me, but I'm so like in and out of being high that like I forget about feeding this dog. And then she gets back and Ridge is like very sick or like almost dying because he hasn't eaten in fucking 4 days.
So that's your rock bottom is getting.
It's her coming in the door and she's like, and I'm kind of like sprawled out or whatever. And she's like just going off on me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get your fucking life together. Like you almost just killed my dog because you didn't feed him. Oh shit. Hold on. Sorry. I just had to restart the cameras real quick. But I just remember that feeling of like Morgan coming in and just like it was different. It's like she was mad, but it was also she was more like disappointed in me than anything else.
Okay.
And it was just hit way different. And I just remember feeling like that's a feeling that I never want to feel. And like that's the thing that I think whatever happens in my life, I think I can feel pretty confident that I'll never let that happen to me.
Yeah. So that's
was like
not
a
your
warning
rock bottom.
sign.
So that's not.
Well, I don't think I'll have a rock bottom in my life is what I'm saying. I don't want one.
But technically there is a rock bottom in everyone's life because there is a point where you are at your lowest point.
Yeah, but sometimes you could go even lower. But I think when you're a real rock bottom is like it can't get much worse than this.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it could get worse than not feeding your sister's dog.
Well, I mean, yeah.
What if it was like Morgan needed to be fed and you couldn't feed Morgan?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if Morgan needs to be fed and she's relying on her kind of brother who's like into drugs,
who's just drug guy,
like maybe rely on someone else. But
yeah, so what brings this upon you? Are you feeling like you're headed towards rock bottom?
No, I don't know.
Do you have a drug problem that I need to talk to you about?
No, I just have a lot of these moments, these like philosophical moments by myself.
Is that philosophical?
I don't really know what philosophical even means, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just there's concepts that I like and I associate those with being philosophical, but I don't think that's philosophical.
Okay.
So I don't know what it was. I don't know what caused it, but here we are. And now I know I don't want to get to a point where I almost kill my sister's dog by not feeding him.
So what so far has been your rock bottom?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thanks.
What has been your... I don't know. What's been yours? What's been the lowest... not like a period of time, but a specific... of your lowest period of time, has there been like a certain day in particular where you're like, this is like the worst I've ever felt? I mean, other than when the day Connor died or something.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. Like there's a few like specific days that come to mind where it's like rock bottom. Yeah. I don't know if I wanted to like share it though, you know?
Okay.
They're
just depressing.
It's just like it's just not good.
Yeah.
It's just me being just absolutely sad, just so sad, and
just
feeling like I have absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think my lowest was, I don't know. I've never felt like I've had a rock bottom.
That's
I've been
good.
like sad, but I've been like sad, but I've never felt hopeless.
That's good.
I would say.
Well, baby, it's coming.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm open for it. I'm up for the battle.
That's good. I mean, you say that now. When you're at rock bottom, you don't want to fight that battle.
But you did. You fought your battle.
No, true. Yeah, I mean, that was a big proof to myself that like I can get out of any situation because I didn't feel like I had any sort of future. I was just like I was just done.
What if you get hogtied and taken by a Mexican drug cartel?
That's gotta be
then
worse.
They start torturing you. How are you going to get out of that? You said you can get out of any situation.
You're
going to get out with belief.
Yeah. If I can dream it, I can do it.
Yeah. So and then when they put a drill to your esophagus,
just don't bleed out.
Yeah. Just believe that they won't do it.
Yeah. I can still breathe through that hole that they drilled. So joke's on them. I can still breathe. I'm still breathing. I'm still here.
Good for you, dude.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we're going to hop into the segments today. Now, I'm going to go first because my A is epic.
Okay. Epic A.
And this one is actually a little closer to home than usual. So, one of my old high school basketball coaches, and he's kind of like a friend now. Cool guy, super cool guy.
You want to shout him out?
I don't know if he wants. I don't know.
Don't shout him out.
Just for privacy reasons, okay. I won't. He's a cool guy, but he listens. I don't know how much he listens, but he follows the podcast, and he messaged me about his friend who broke a world record for bananas eaten in 1 year. And in 2020, he ate 2,020 bananas.
Hold up. 2020 bananas? He ate 2020. I see.
Yeah, so in 2020, he ate 2020 bananas.
That is 5.5 bananas per day.
Which is insane.
That sounds awful.
And he, like, documented it, and I went to this guy's profile.
Oh, bro.
And it's something that I really respect and love is when someone makes content, but they're not, like, trying to be a content creator.
Yeah.
And you can just tell this guy, he's got like 300 followers. He's just like a dad, like, you know, not that that's I don't want to make that sound like, oh, he's just a dad. But my point is he's not trying to be like a YouTuber.
Yeah, he's not trying to be somebody.
Yeah, he's just this guy. And he made this recap video and he literally filmed him eating every single one of them. And so he has this compilation of like literally 2,000 bananas over the course of a year.
Dude.
And like, he would sometimes put them in his cereal or he'd put them on top of toast or like just eat them throughout the day.
I would love to know how much money, one, he spent on bananas.
Yeah.
Two, like, was that just a I mean, if you're eating 5 bananas a day, like 5 to 6 bananas a day, that's like substituting a lot of meals almost.
Yeah. Well, that's so much sugar.
That too.
That's what I wanted to look is.
Is there a lot of sugar in bananas?
There's a lot of sugar in like every fruit that you like. There's more sugar than you'd think. And obviously it's natural sugar, so it's not as bad, but that's still like too much sugar.
Carrots have a lot of sugar.
How many grams of carrots?
Yeah.
Like the big raw ones or like the small ones that are soaked in like the carrot juice?
I mean, those ones definitely have sugar, but I think,
the big ones?
Yeah, they're big ones, yeah.
Grams of sugar.
I mean, they're kind of sweet.
So in a banana, there is 14 on your average medium banana, which obviously sometimes you get the schlong bananas.
Yeah. I still remember Chris had a banana one day at lunch that was the longest banana I've ever seen. It was over a foot, dude.
So that one had like probably 24 grams of sugar. But your average medium-sized banana has 14 grams.
That's not that much.
For context, your average... Oh, wait. Well, I don't know. You say it's not that much, but I just Googled the recommended amount is you should have no more than 24 grams of added sugar per day. That's added sugar. But then total, I think, I don't know. I can't find it right here, but I think it's between 50 and 60 grams a day, which most people have more than that.
Oh, I for sure have more than that.
But let's even just say it's 60, which I don't know. Maybe the number's not exactly 60 grams, but... Like, if you're eating 5 bananas, 5 times 14 is what? 5 times 10, 50 plus 20. That's 70 grams of sugar just from the bananas, and you're eating other stuff throughout the day, too.
Yeah.
So you're eating a ton of fucking sugar, dude, all year.
I could not eat 5 of anything a day for more than a week.
You don't think you could eat, like, 5 granola bars a day?
I mean, I guess I could, but, dude, after, like, 3 days, I'm done.
Is there any food that you don't think you get sick of eating a lot of every day?
I'm trying to think of like one food that I could eat 5 of a day, and I mean 5 pieces of pizza.
I could do it,
but then it's like that's spread out through multiple meals, so I'm having multiple meals of pizza every day. Unless I'm having 5 like for dinner every night, but 5 is a lot of pieces. Like I can easily eat 5 pieces, but that's my meal.
Yeah, and it depends how big the slices are.
That too. If it's a Costco pizza, like 5's tough.
Yeah. And it's just like not that. The thing is like this challenge is dope, but it's like just not very good for you. I feel like that can't be good for you. So
it's just like of everything you could have picked, you picked bananas.
But that's a cool record.
Yeah, no, it is cool.
We've talked about before how we want to break some world records,
but that's what it takes to break a world record is eating 5 to 6 bananas a day. Like, you think you had days off?
No.
No days off?
Well, I mean, maybe he ate 10 one day and then none the next day. But if he wants to eat 20/20, he's got to keep up that pace.
I would die so quickly. I'm allergic to bananas. Like, I would die quick from that.
If you ate one banana, would you like have to go to the hospital, or
no?
You just wouldn't feel very good.
If I ate a second one, it would start getting to the point probably of like trouble swallowing, trouble breathing, potentially. I try not to get to that point.
You know what I've realized is telling, like, publicly stating your allergies are kind of dangerous. Like, because if a really famous person made it public that they're allergic to like peanuts,
true,
and then like some rando fan who has some weird grudge against them, like goes to a show and then like throws peanuts at them.
I mean, yeah.
Or like gives them a handshake, but they just had rubbed peanuts all over their hand.
That would be psychotic of someone to do. But I mean, look, if someone's gonna throw a banana at me, like, it's not gonna kill me. If I get domed by a watermelon, I'm all right. Other than the fact that I just got domed by a watermelon, that might knock me out.
Dude, imagine we have a live show or something one day. Afterwards, someone just yeets a banana or a watermelon.
Just knocks me out.
Guys, I'm saying right now, don't do it.
But do it.
But if one of you yeets a banana or a watermelon onto the stage, it would be kind of hilarious, but don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, it could slowly turn into the fear of like getting tomatoed off stage, as if like any crowd has ever had a bunch of tomatoes that they throw at someone.
That must have started from somewhere, though.
I don't know, because like, why else would you have? Why does everyone have tomatoes? And like,
maybe that's before they invented booing. They just didn't think of it yet.
They just threw like shit.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, this guy's gonna suck tonight, or this guy is like a witch, or this girl's a witch. Maybe this was before they did the whole, like, throw them in the river with cement blocks.
They probably had all their muskets, and they would just shoot them on stage. Everyone would just be, like, starting to load up. He makes a bad joke, and they're like, okay, I'm putting my gunpowder in. We were one bad joke away from getting shot on the stage.
Do you think that was before or after the throw tomatoes? Also,
it's in the midst.
Tomatoes don't smash that easily. Like in these movies or comics where you see someone throwing a tomato and it like splatters on stage or whatever.
Yeah. And tomato juice isn't that red either.
Yeah, and like if someone threw a tomato at me, it's just gonna bounce off me and I'll be like, ow.
It would hurt. Like if I got hit by a tomato from someone that just rocketed one at me, it would hurt.
Yeah, and I don't think it would just explode on the spot.
Unless you put firecrackers in it. Someone lights a firecracker and then throws a tomato. It's like throwing a grenade at me.
Okay, well, Kyle, who's your A this week?
Oh, I already know my A. My A is Elon Musk because they are now Tesla is now accepting Bitcoin for buying Teslas.
Oh.
So he's just one for the future.
He also said that he believes that, or he says with confidence on Joe Rogan's podcast the other day, that by 2023 they will be offering civilian flights to space.
Yo, I'm so on that. I mean,
would you do that?
Yeah, I would. Maybe not like early on because there's like some flaws.
Yeah,
pretty sure I saw a rocket blow up the other day.
Yeah.
Didn't he also say on the podcast that he made the cone? He made like the rocket pointy just because of the dictator.
Yeah, or he said something like he made it pointy just because like it's cooler that way.
Yeah, and he said it almost like hurts the science behind it.
Yeah,
but it's still cool.
Yeah.
So I mean that's good.
Dude, he's a legend.
He is.
He really is. He also said that Joe was asking him like, oh, like with these SpaceX rocket ship launches, like you've had a few blow up, right? And he's like, yeah, that's the point. And he basically was saying like, as an engineer and as someone who like, if your company does this, like you almost expect flights to blow up.
Yeah. I mean, you guess you got to figure out what's wrong with it so you can fix it.
Yeah. And like, it was just like weird to hear someone openly say like, yeah, it blew up and there's going to be more that'll blow up. And he said that like, he's like, when we offer these flights to space or when we colonize Mars and people want to go to Mars and like whenever that happens, he's like, you have to keep in mind that like we're never going to force anyone to go, but the people who are going to go, like they're going to know the risk involved. And he's like, many people will die. It'll be very risky, True. But that's part of like innovation is that people are going to die. But he's just like, it was weird hearing him say that. But like he's just like, true. Listen, people are gonna die.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as like the blowing up goes, think about the Wright brothers flying a plane for the first time. Like they crashed all the time. Would anyone say? I think I can hop in the plane made by these guys and fly across the country. No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, blowing up rockets is good. So shout out Elon.
Yeah, let's all blow up rockets, guys.
Let's all blow some more.
Okay.
Good.
Dope.
What's your F?
This one isn't necessarily something that happened. This is more of an opinion that I just needed to get out there.
So is the F your opinion?
No, the F is the thing that I dislike.
Okay.
My opinion's never bad. My opinion's always right.
Okay.
I don't know how to say this without people coming at my throat, but I don't really like barbecue sauce very much.
Oh, okay.
But like, listen, I can eat like a barbecue bacon cheeseburger. They're good. So I'm not saying it's like all scenarios with barbecue, but for me, barbecue has to be like the specifically right thing, and it has to be made by like someone who knows how to use it right. If I'm just at home and it's like I'm making chicken, and it's like, oh, we're gonna do barbecue chicken at home, it just like is kind of repulsive to me.
Really?
Like,
what about it? The sauce?
Just the thought of like, I don't know what it is, because I don't really mind the taste and the texture. It's the same texture as any other sauce, but I think it's the combo of barbecue sauce and chicken that isn't amazing.
Okay.
Just average chicken that I make. Like, I can't make the same chicken that they make at fucking The Habit, and where they like fry it all good.
That's true. You don't have a fryer either.
Yeah.
Deep fryer.
And just something about like just your average chicken and barbecue together is like actually kind of makes me gag.
I at first I was not on board with this because I love barbecue sauce, but no, you're right though. If I'm making barbecue chicken, I never make barbecue chicken because I've made it before and it never ends up how I want it to. It's just, it sounds good, and I make it and it's like, it's just, dude, anytime I just make chicken, it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't know why chicken's so hard to make. I don't know.
I know. I've noticed that too. Like, I'll try my best. A couple weeks ago, I put it on my Instagram story. I made this fancy chicken dinner.
The stuffed pepper thing.
I like stuffed it. There was peppers, tomatoes, onions, and like literally in these slits, and it looked dope.
It looked cool. Was it good?
It was like, it was eatable. It's never like, oh, gross. But I was like, I'm never blown away by the chicken that I make, and it kind of bums me out.
Yeah. Is there one thing that you are exceptionally good at making though? Because I
make really good tuna sandwiches, really good ones, but you wouldn't like them.
Yeah. See how you feel about barbecue sauce with chicken. That's how I feel about seafood.
No, you actively won't eat it.
Yeah,
that's different.
Well,
I don't hate barbecue
You just
sauce.
say you want to like it, but for whatever reason you're just repulsed by it. That's how it is for me. Like I can't do it.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's like, I don't know. I've also just thought about barbecue sauce. It's kind of weird because it's like, what do you put it on? You either put it on wings or you put it on some type of burger,
fries,
or pizza. And that's like the only context really when you use it.
No, you put it on any kind of meat. You can put it on any kind of meat.
Teriyaki barbecue sauce? No, you don't.
Yeah, teriyaki barbecue sauce. There's some barbecue steak. I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to think now.
Also, though, don't they say like a good steak you shouldn't want sauce with it?
No, you shouldn't. No, definitely not. But I don't make good steak, so I put sauce on my steak. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only step below putting barbecue sauce on a steak is putting ketchup on a steak. You're gross if you do that.
Yeah. Also, I think part of why I don't really connect with barbecue sauce is I feel like part of me when I eat it, I feel like I can like taste the grains of sugar, because like it's supposed to be a sweeter sauce, which I get, and I'm not necessarily against it. It's more of like I just feel like I can taste it so much.
It can be that way.
Like
maybe you haven't had the right sauce. What sauce are you getting?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've got just the cheap. I need some good barbecue sauce. All right, someone recommend me.
Me and
some
Jordan
good
got
sauce.
this sugar-free one, or maybe it's not sugar-free, but it's like something free. It's better for you.
It's free.
It's pretty good. It's also free. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Kyle, who failed this week?
All right. So this one is gonna go to the Congo and Guinea because Ebola is back there.
Oh God.
So buckle up, guys. We got apparently potential Ebola round 2.
Dude, imagine if the world recovers from COVID and then Ebola returns.
Although I don't remember Ebola. Did we have a cure for that or
like a vaccine?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we have a vaccine, but is there like
treatment?
Yeah. I don't know.
I honestly have no clue. How do diseases just return?
I mean, they're always around. Like COVID will always be here.
Yeah, but Ebola, that's people have been having Ebola.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't just go away. It could lay maybe dormant in some people, and then someone spreads it to someone else. I'm not a doctor, but there's just always diseases.
Yeah,
and it's like you can't really escape that.
I know, and it sucks. Like I always feel bad because it's these third world countries that always get hit the hardest.
Yeah. It seems like they get hit first too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about has COVID hit these third world countries really hard?
Not like us.
Yeah. So I guess it kind of depends, but yeah, man, it's sad because it's like they're just trying to get by, and then Ebola is just like another thing that you got to just like try and deal with.
Plus, they have malaria.
Oh, is malaria? How come we don't have that here? Is there vaccines for that?
I think I don't know.
Okay.
I think there is a vaccine for it, but I think it's like really harsh, and you only do it if you're gonna go to a place that has malaria.
Okay, yeah. I think I was listening to this podcast with this guy named Justin Wren who like goes to the Congo, and
is that the guy that has Lyme or something, or malaria?
Yeah, he had something. He's had a bunch of weird diseases because he travels to all these remote places of the world and does like nonprofit work. But I think I remember him saying he's an MMA fighter. He's done like his life is crazy, but he said out of anything he's experienced in his whole life, malaria has been the worst thing by far.
Yeah.
He said like he doesn't know if anything will ever top how bad malaria was.
Well, hasn't malaria killed like the most people of anything
ever? I
think. I feel like I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
Could be true. I support the facts.
I also remember hearing something, this is probably wrong, but something along the lines of like those old leaders that like back in kind of like ancient times when it was like, I don't know what what the name for the time period was when it was just like tribes kind of murdering each other.
Okay. There's a lot of times of that
like
happening.
What are some of those guys? The names of those leaders that like were famous for just murdering like millions of people.
Like Genghis Khan?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, thank you. Leaders like that in that time period, like Genghis Khan, that they killed more people in like a 50-year span than like the amount of people that have been murdered since then.
Yeah,
combined,
I think it was like
or
in
something.
the World Wars or something. Like they killed more people than
all of the world wars combined. Or
that feels like a stat that's not true. I'm not going to support that stat, but
there's some stat like that.
Yeah, so we're throwing that out there. That there's a potential stat like that,
and you guys can Google it.
So don't get mad at us if it's wrong.
It's definitely wrong,
but it's totally wrong.
Yeah. All right.
Time for the battle bracket time.
Oh shit. Okay. If you guys are new around here, how the battle bracket works is every week Kyle and I pick one thing, whether it be a feeling, an object, a device, an emotion, anything that we like that we think could potentially be the best thing ever, and then we battle it out and we debate what is the best thing, and by the end of the season we will have the best thing in the whole world.
Exactly. Okay, so for this week in the battle, this is the battle bracket. I'm starting off strong with getting the perfect amount of sleep before your alarm goes off. So like when you wake up and it's right before your alarm goes off and you feel perfectly rested. Okay? And John says when you make eye contact with someone and you both know what you're thinking.
Yeah, so it's kind of like when you look across, like something really awkward happens in at a party, and if I look over at Kyle and he's looking at me and we're like, "Oh fuck."
Shit. That's a good answer.
Yeah, Kyle Kyle and I had a moment, when was it? A few months ago. I don't remember what it was, but I just remember I looked at you, you looked at me. We kind of sat in it for a second, and we both just started dying laughing because we knew exactly what the...
Well, you don't know what it was?
I don't know, but I just remember it happening, and it was hilarious, and I was like, this is a really good feeling.
Yeah, no, it is a good feeling.
You don't even have to talk.
Yeah, it's good when you're on the level of... It's good to recognize when you're on the level with someone that you can both look at each other and you know exactly, like, yeah, that's why we're laughing. Or, like, this just happened and we both think it's fun. Like, for me, I know for me and my sister, if something... It's like weird noises that'll get us. Like, if someone on the TV will just randomly just go like, no! We'll just kind of, like, look at each other and start laughing.
Yeah, you like weird noises.
Dude, weird noises get me. Or just things that I don't expect. Like even in Warzone, right before when it goes to the black screen, right before you go to the plane, sometimes they'll just go, Molotov! That just gets me every time. It's just some random dude just screaming Molotov.
Yeah. And like faces. Kyle likes like strange faces.
A good face.
Or people falling. There's a lot of
people
things.
Falling. I just love, love laughing. Yeah, no, I'm trying to just defend this whole amount of sleep thing.
Well, okay, I'll give you a little defend support my thing. Here.
Good.
You ever like wake up and you check and you had to get up at 7 and it's like 6:59
and you're tired
and
still?
Well, yeah, but I was mainly thinking the feeling of like, damn, I woke up and like I feel good. And my alarm hasn't even gone off yet, so you can turn it off right before it goes off, and you don't have to hear that annoying buzzing.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, it is a good feeling when you wake up and you're like, whoa, I feel like I'm almost too rested. And then you look at your phone, and it's not the time that you're supposed to wake up yet, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, do you ever feel like, I don't know, I think oversleeping is a real thing.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't know, for me, I think it's something that like people don't even realize they're doing sometimes. Like I think sometimes people are like, "Oh, I'm so tired," or like, "I need more." Like, "Oh, I need so much more sleep than everyone else." I think sometimes if you're to wake up and like feel a bit tired when you wake up, you'll feel better throughout the day sometimes than if you were to sleep another 2 hours or something.
Because then you're just groggy afterwards.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between being tired when you wake up. Like I'm more productive if I'm tired from waking up from not enough sleep than tired from too much sleep.
Yeah.
Way less productive if I.
And it's just a way better feeling for me to get up, deal with maybe I slept 5. I'd rather like get up at a good time after sleeping 5 hours and be kind of tired and then just make it up the next night.
Yeah.
Than like wake up at like 11:30 because I went to bed really late and then like the whole day's thrown off because then you eat and you shower and it's already like middle of the afternoon and then
you just miss breakfast.
Yeah.
So I've been in such a routine that it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I'll always wake up. I wake up between the first time I wake up, it's around 6 o'clock. I think maybe it's when Jordan's getting ready for work. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe I hear him move around. I wake up. Then I'm always laying on my right side. Then I turn to my left side. Then I wake up again, roll over and look at my phone and it's 8. And then I'm up.
Yeah.
Every single time. Like I wake up on my right side and then I just roll to my left. I don't get it.
It's a good system you have down.
Why is it the same every night? I used to wake up in just different places, and am I getting old to where I just sleep in one spot now?
Yep.
It also might be because it's really cold and I just want to stay in a little warm cocoon that I have.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking yours.
I'm going with mine.
Yeah, I'm picking yours too. Okay. Great.
What are we going to...
I'll just read it after.
Well, guys, there you have it. If you guys have any questions you want to send, first of all, we skipped the segments last episode with Mike because it just felt like kind of a weird vibe to just throw in some fan questions. But DM us on Instagram at PIMS Podcast and send us messages or just DM us for any reason. Ask questions for the segments. And yeah, there's new episodes every Monday and Thursday. Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at KyleStafford36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Merch at PIMS.store.
Yes, go cop some merch. It's super cool. The hoodies are very high quality.
Super warm for these winter weather storms.
I've been living in my PIMS hoodie for the last like 4 months. But guys, we love you all so much. Seriously, thank you for the support. It means a lot. We passed 3,000 subs on YouTube. We've had some TikToks doing well again. I don't know. Things go in waves. Some months are up. Some months are a little lower, but ultimately it comes back to you guys listening. So thank you so much, and be sure to tell your friends. And we love you, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.